Okay, so continuing, yeah, I couldn't believe it. They said this is, they had some guy. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to bend metal. I don't know how to use a hammer. You know. So uh, then they were trying to go. Don't worry, you can do it. You can do it. Just have a little courage. You know. I mean, it's just so fantastic, ridiculous how feeble-minded they are. But a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses come from the trade. They're poor. They're not the rich people. A lot of them are decent, hard-working people. The salt of the earth, the tradesmen. That's the ones I talk to that aren't afraid to speak. That have common sense and know that God created the earth, not Jehovah's Witnesses didn't create the earth. They know that God is just. They don't go fall for that brainwashing, tyrannical garbage. Suit and tie people are going to rule this world? Yeah, yeah, man. They say they say this is going to, your position right now in the congregation is going to carry right through into the New World Order. I mean, they call it the New Order. They said they try to say that's the kingdom of God. Yeah, Satan's kingdom of God, right? The kingdom of Gog, Antichrist is what it is. So this is just really was just enlightening to me, because when you watch these guys up there and you hear them speak, they don't know what they're talking about. And sometimes they're stumbling around because they realize it doesn't make any sense, you know. And some of them are I'm just gonna put a smile on and put a big jolly face on and just keep talking, you know. And some of them come down like hard as nails, but they always got that big fat belly sticking out like 2 or 3 times their normal thing. I mean, it's just disgusting, you know. It really is. And it's just amazing. But they see the good ones, they're not allowed to give the talks. They root them out. So the ones that know better, they're just going along kind of, but they don't have the privileges. They're not in with the in crowd, because I think it is definitely Masonic, something weird. Because this is what Pastor Russell taught. Their first pastor, he taught that the kingdom of God is going to rule from Zion. He was trying to help the Jewish people to return to their homeland to establish this. This is all Masonic and Kabbalahism. Albert Pike, the great Freemason of the 1800s, he said everything goes back to the Jewish Kabbalah, that book of occult that they got from Babylon. Their plans are disgusting. They're not going to rule, you know. Yeah, I wish I had some good scriptures right now. It says, God just rebukes them. It shall not be, we will not take from you a nail or a post or nothing, but you will be desolate forever. God is against that wicked, satanic garbage. So I'm just hoping that I can reach Jehovah's Witnesses, They got to take more of an interest in the Bible. But with Jehovah's Witnesses, you can't do it with them because you're not allowed to talk about anything. So they got to do it on their own. That's when it becomes hard for them, because they're all on their own and they're thinking, I must be crazy. I'm the only one. But they're the only ones that are normal, that are actually trying to understand with this thing, what's going on. They're the only ones that are normal. So if any of you are listening, I reach out to you, brother. You are the normal. There's nothing crazy about you. You are the normal one. And you see things as they are. And don't worry about pretending to be normal, or a blind person like the rest of them pretend to be. And a lot of them are women, The women, they just love that garbage. There's a lot of good, faithful women, but the majority of them are just that. We just love this pathetic lifestyle we live. We just sit back and lounge in our chairs, and go, 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 governing body of the watchtower. You tell us everything that's slimy, slippery, soothing word. We don't have to do nothing, just sit back, yeah. And that's how women love it, because they're the weaker vessel. And they buy into this garbage. That's why all the women went for them angels, the Nephilim, them sons of God that produced the Nephilim. Yeah, that's why all them women fell for them, because they were such powerful men. well, God's going to break them to pieces. Ladies and gentlemen, that's just how it's going to be. So you wait for Jesus Christ, man. He's coming. I will say more later on, hopefully. But this is a wicked time we're living in. And if your family hates you, you remember that Jesus says your man's enemy will be those of his own household. And if you have two